What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. I have decisions to make in the morning, really tough decisions. Do I shower and look nice for Market Watch, or do I get you guys this deal as fast as possible? Well, like a typical Yu-Gi-Oh player, I've got to tell you that there's 15% off of $50 plus today, and you can save up to $50. So that's like, if you're spending $300, it's only $245 now. 15% can be no joke sometimes. That's a nice savings overall. So this is only on the eBay mobile app. Plan to save. I know about half of the people who watch Market Watch show up in the first 2 hours. So you guys on the woke squad that are getting in on this deal, congratulations. You might want to pause and go get yourself something and come back, or watch the rest and decide what you might want to be adding to your cart. Shadol hype is still there. These have been pretty surprisingly stable as we approach the TCG ban list, with a lot of people hoping to mirror the OCG, but that didn't quite work out with Shurit. And again, when you're going with the ban list, it's speculation, but speculation can pay off huge, so I understand the raise in prices. Ulti constructs are still sitting 30 plus on TCG Player. The fusions have bumped back, bumped back up to 18 from the 15 they were at a bit ago on both versions. And Winda still staying buff, actually above 16 for the DUEA originals. And then we have it at around 1250 for the Mega Pack, 1275 that is. And somebody with 25 of them, Card Rush, you're going in, man. And then we've got El Shadol Construct at $9 for the ultra rares. Noitilus under market price, quote unquote, but I don't remember it being $8. Maybe I'm crazy and I haven't paid enough attention. Shekinaga ulti is something I would go for before a Noitilus, and we see the other El Shadol construct sitting at around $9-10 as well. It's pretty crazy out here. We see constructs actually nearly matching on eBay, Canada being the lowest before it quickly matches and then rises above. And Shadol Fusion is not much cheaper on eBay, if at all. DUEA lowest, $18.20 is that? And then we actually go over here to Mega Pack, and we're gonna have to look up the specifics, aren't we? There's so many different. Here we go. There's auctions, and the buy it nows begin around $18. It's expensive for a Dole player. Dole Dinos did help originally spike Shadol Fusion, and now there's actual hype from it, from Banlist speculation. Again, speculation is what it is. I can't imagine the payoff actually being too much higher from here, though, if we really do get it. Yes, people love Construct, they go crazy for it, but a lot of the people who go crazy for it already have those cards. It's just a matter of there being so few quantities on the market, and then people are going to... There are people who are prepared that are going to up the quantities at prices and then be competing, but how much higher could these really go? Let me know what you think in the comment sections below. Maxi Ultimate Rare is a very similar thing. It's basically its price from when it was at 1. And when it was at 3, I think the max was 120. I'm not really sure, but we see it sitting almost above its price of when it was at 1. This is somewhat confusing to me. But, you know, it's, again, speculation. It went to 3 in the OCG, so maybe people are banking on it going to 3 or just trying to hold the line. This is one of the most expensive band cards. Morphing Jar number 2 being one of the only ones above it. Maybe the Ultra Heavy Feather Duster. Like, is this the most expensive band Ultimate Rare? It might be. It's just crazy to me that, you know, speculation causes this kind of thing. You saw the fallout originally from the ban list. They were as low as 54 after the ban list, and then someone decided it was a good idea to keep going, and they might not be wrong, but they're definitely in it for the long game if it doesn't get going. Next up on Astral and Tournament Review, continuing. Camion Wizard, for some reason, is up on TCG Player. Let me know if you know why. Marvelous, for its typing, typically is the one that spikes, but we see it decently above and starting to be very low quantity. Similarly on eBay, only 7 sellers, but a little lower, starting at $6 for a light play, moderate play, so meeting near mint at $7 as well. Let me know if there's a reason that this Dark Level 4 Spellcaster's typing is going to matter very soon or not. Because maybe there's some specific links in the future that could be using it. again, I know I'm asking you guys a lot of questions this market watch, but I kind of had to rush to get you guys that deal for eBay. So Marvelous makes a bit more sense, right? Usually it gets hyped for its typing, so I have to imagine it's typing in level for Instant Fusion or something, not specifically making it with Mystical Elf. Photon Thrasher Ultimate Rare is back up there. I guess I missed this second volley of hype. It had trickled back on down after I had pointed out it was $11. It got bought out for a bit. It trickled back down, and it seems to just be getting a re-volley on its buyouts. We check eBay, and it's similarly at the $30 mark. A great level 4 body on board. Ultimate Rare looks really nice. Photon Thrasher has been a thing for ABC before, but I don't think it's the future of ABC. So I don't know. It's great with Isolde, definitely. But how real is this card? I don't think it's making an appearance. I think it was just a great deal at 10 to 12. But anything above 20 to me is a little bit much when it's not doing much. But Ultimate Rares are what they are, and we've seen this one actually during ABC format, I think, be around 50 to 60. So maybe it's memories of that and people wanting to hold on, knowing that the price could go up from there and has before. Just noting on this Astral pack, yes, Cosmic Cyclone's a great ulti and is a meta-played card. Link Spider gets played in a lot of decks and people play 2 to 3. These prices are a bit high when you compare them to OTS pack 6, though. It's everything in OTS pack 6 is kind of down. People are scared of Invoked for the ban list, I suppose. Brilliant Fusion, we're going to touch on that in a bit here. But man, these prices are pretty high for being already here, but they're low quantities for some, higher quantities for other, and people trying to hold the line. The supers are kind of the stars of the show here, though. Sitting at $7. That's pretty impressive, Destrudo and Fossil Dig. Especially considering how, like, Super Dragon Ravine's only $4 because people are scared to hold on. Despite new Dragoonity support coming, like, what's Destrudo doing up here besides the fact that it's new and shiny? I don't know. I don't know why you wouldn't value your Dragon Ravines that's going to fetch this highest rarity versus this. Well, let's actually check that out. Dragon's Ravine. Did it get a reprint recently in Kaiba's Dragon? Maybe it's just Dragon Ravine? Yeah. Yeah, I did get a secret rare in Kaiba collection, so that does make a lot more sense, actually. So I knew in the back of my mind there was something. John Moore's spider sense is tingling on this fastly put together market watch. But definitely interesting to see so much faith put in a card that in the OCG got mollywopped on it, you having Ancient Fairy Dragon. It's a lot of faith, boys, to be... now, Fossil Dig, understandably, you play 3 of these things, and you're trying to use it in several decks, perhaps, that use the Dinosaur engine. I understand that a little more. Brilliant Fusion, slowly tanking. People scared of that ban list with the Predaplants being hit in the OCG. Interesting to me. I think it's still good. They didn't hit it directly, and I would kind of go for it. I don't think this would be the kind of hit they're going to do to Gym Knight FTK, but I guess you never know. But if I'm going for a version, the ultis are only double ups of the supers, so it's something I would highly, highly consider right now. Also, Swap Frog Ultimate. What are you doing? So many have been selling. How? I don't get it. The quantity is just disappearing, and it continues to head up and up and up. If these two are gone, it's 70. 65 is pretty ridiculous, though, and it's not really being a star in the meta, but it is an amazing ultimate rare. I do agree. Look at eBay. 70 lowest. So I guess it might have received another volley at the $50 mark, but that's pretty insane to me. Duelist Academy here with the cheapest on market at 52 for a near mint. Now, if I were speculating the ban list, Monarchs got helped out in the OCG. I don't know that that would translate here, but there's an ultimate rare that you might be playing that with the new ways you can stack chains works a little more in your favor these days. Kuraz at the $12 mark. Very, very few copies over here, though. And then we see on eBay there are 9 total results, still sitting at 12 as well, before it goes to 15. I would consider it up through 15 if I'm a Monarch player and I, for some reason, didn't already have these. but definitely something to consider since people are speculating on the ban list and you have OCG and Monarchs. This is a relatively underlooked at ultimate rare. And one more underlooked at card that I've been facing a lot on Dueling Book is Into the Void. It's sitting at $1. It's still an amazing draw card. I'm sure it's going to get abused and needed at some point. A very few True Draco builds that try to play this end up like, I don't think it's necessarily that good in True Dracos. There's a lot of times you put your hand down, but in my opinion, it's definitely a casual-driven card, and we've seen the casual market come out more and more with legendary duelists. So these two cards are just something I would suggest having a playset of now, and it's almost double the price on eBay. So you'll save by coming to TCG Player. Tons of competitive listings here for it under the $2 mark, but you could see it eventually matching that. So I would just say get this sooner than later as well. So thanks for watching today's Market Watch. Sorry it was rushed, but I really wanted to get this steal out to you guys that always show up here early. So sorry for the more, I guess, drawn out and having to think on screen content instead of putting my thoughts together, but I really did want to get this out to you guys fast. And I'm gonna go take that shower before I head out of the house. Do respect your fellow human beings and not just the whammon, and shower, Yu-Gi-Oh players, before you leave the home. You can't smell me through the screen, I would hope. Have a good one, guys.